Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and this is the first of 3 new customs that I'm going to be reviewing today. This is basically a new version of the Armory Deadpool, minus all of the extra gear and heads and all that kind of stuff. This is a basic version of the Armory Deadpool figure. If you'll notice, it's basically the exact same figure with a few details changed here and there. He's got some extra details in the chest harness and a different holster and a different knife sheath on his ankle, slightly different details for the shoulder holsters, and slightly different details for the sword holder things on his back. But otherwise it's basically the same figure. He comes with the knife in his ankle sheath right there. He's got a pistol in his sheath right here. It comes out. I'm not going to bother doing that on camera. He's got 2 guns in his shoulder holster. Obviously, they're all the accessories are usable. So obviously he's got the 2 guns in there, and he's got the 2 knives or swords on his back. Put them in there nice and tight, but they do pop out. They kind of just stick in at the very end right there. So he's got the 2 swords back there. As you probably heard me say in other reviews, I don't like using the full sheaths on the swords because then they get in the way during posing. And if you have the knives or the swords taken out, it doesn't look good to have the big sheaths hanging on his back. So that's why I do that with this type of sword holder instead of a regular sheath. And then he also has just a regular rifle. Not too much in terms of accessories on this guy, but he is relatively well equipped. He's got 3 pistols, a knife, 2 katanas, and a rifle. So more than enough going on there. I did make the head removable via magnet and screw like I normally do. Put the screw in the neck joint there. And the head's got a magnet inside it there. So if we ever decide to do another head, it's not difficult at all for me to whip out another head for the custom or for the customer, and he's good to go. So whether it's a Bowen head or a Toy Biz or Hasbro Deadpool head, no problem there. We can get that set up real easily. The chest harness, not counting all the small details, the wrist straps and the ankle straps are all made out of a Mr. Sinister cape. The harness buckles and things like that are made out of random pieces of fodder. Pouches are from Bullseye. This is actually the face-off Punisher gun holster on his hip there. Same thing with the knife sheath. I made these shoulder holsters from scratch out of neoprene sheeting, which really comes in handy. And I did the same thing. I used the Mr. Sinister cape straps to build this sword apparatus up here also. As you can see, once you take the swords out, it's really quite small and doesn't get in the way at all. Doesn't stick out too much on his back, just a little bit. Of course it has to, but it is there. You can still use the flight stand hole in his back, and the swords obviously, there's nothing left to be in the way after you take the swords out. So that's really what I'm going for when I design those, and I think it works out pretty well. All the articulation is left intact aside from the shin swivels. I got rid of those because they're not necessary. It just makes it harder to stand the figure stably, so I went ahead and got rid of that. I trimmed out the trigger guards for the rifle so that you don't have to worry about the finger getting any rub on there. It just fits in nice and snugly without actually, you don't have to worry about the paint scratching at all or anything like that. Quick look at the head. It is a Moon Knight head that I resculpted. All of it is basically resculpted except for the eyes themselves. Here, I'll take it off so we can look at it up close. Sculpted the little ninja hood on the back there. Sculpted the red part around the black and the eyebrow part in the center. I reshaped the chin and the jawline, and I reshaped the back of the head there at the bottom as well. So it's basically a new head. The only part that remains from Moon Knight is the eyes themselves. And of course he got a full repaint. He is basically a black base coat with red dry brushing. And then for the brown parts, it's not quite dry brushing. It's something a little different thing I do for simulated leather for the brown straps. It's semi-glossy, so it kind of resembles leather there. And oh, for the seams, it's also the same as I've done for the past Deadpool figures. It's the wire insulation that I stripped off of the wire using my X-Acto knife. So that creates a real nice effect, I think. Instead of just drawing or painting lines on the figure, I'd rather have them sculpted on there so that you have some more texture, and it looks more realistic that way too. So that is the new Armory Deadpool. Basically, it's the Armory Deadpool without the Armory. So thanks for watching that. I have 2 more custom figure reviews. I know I haven't had any in a while, but it's been kind of busy around here for the holidays. So I got 2 more customs coming, and then hopefully some more reviews in the near future. Thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for those, and in the meantime, keep collecting.